Hi, this is Selena making Bespoke Craft Designs. Right, these are all dry now. I'm just going to trim this one up. I've trimmed most of them, so it's just a case of looking on the back, seeing if there's any bits over and just trimming them off. You can do them with an emery board, and if you've got any bits that, like there, that's a bit stuck up. If you think there's any bits that, you know, it's not quite level, just go over it with an emery board at the edges, and that takes off any bits that's left. And if you've got any bumpy bits, you can just, I haven't on this one, I'll keep it, oh, I've got a bit there, look, just a little bit there that's still, so if I just go over that, not too heavy. Another couple of bits there, look, they'll just pull off. If you've got any bits that's, I've got a real rough piece here that's, I think it's sort of doubled over, so all I'm doing is just keep having a feel to see when it gives a lovely effect when you do it with the emery board. It also flattens things, but it also gives like an aged look, and if there's any such as shiny bits, it also just dulls that back a little bit, so you've got no shiny bits showing. Don't be too mad, do it gently, so the feel, oh, that feels lovely, and it's all nice and smooth now, and there's not such a lot of shine on it. There wasn't a massive amount of shine, but there was a little bit, so that's just sort of aged it a little bit more. I've left the edge like that. When I decide what I'm doing with it, I'll more than likely ink it up anyway. Don't think I'm doing anything else with, I'll say that. Am I going to put a bit of lace on it? Does it need a bit? Let's just see. I've got some, just before I do that, let me just show you. These are all the ones I did yesterday. They're all dry now, so these are the ones I did yesterday. So there's that one there, and I might just add some of the little bits on the top of some of them, not all of them, but some of them I might do. These are all the little embellishments. All I've done with these is just cut the bits off. I think I probably did a few more than I did on the screen. I've put a butterfly there, because I think I'm going to put butterfly on that one. That one, it's just, oh, I think that's the one I have actually just covered. Yes, I have, because I haven't inked around it, and I've got a bit still there, because there was one that I hadn't backed. There was 3 backed and one that wasn't backed. So let me just take that little bit of blue off there, because I've taken it off one side and not the other. That's better. Yeah, so that one I've only just backed. That one's a little bit wet actually. I might leave that one to dry. That one I think's turned out really lovely. I used a bit of my newspaper napkin and just put a tiny bit of newspaper on this one. I just thought it needed a little bit of black on it, so I've done that on that one. Let's move these out of the way. That one, it's dried lovely, and I'm not sure, actually that's a bit rough, so I might rub that down a little bit. And that one's lovely. I mean, that's just, oh, it's got a little bit hanging out there, look. Let's just get that off while I'm, because this one had already been sewn round, so but this was the one that had just separate pieces on it, and I wasn't really keen on it, so I put it all together with a piece of the lace, and then I've put a butterfly on that one, and I really like that. And then I went in with a little bit of the newspaper print and put over the top, and I think that one's turned out really nice. And that's the last one that I did. So I'm going to have a look at some of these now. I'm going to go through them and see what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to put some lace on it or add anything else to them. This one I do want to add something to. I've pulled out some butterflies and things, ready to see if I've got a butterfly for this one. Let me just get my ink ready. And let's just have a look. Just go around the edges again. Take that bit out the way. That's it. Just a little bit on the back. That's it. And then I'm just going to do this butterfly. I had some lovely blue butterflies, so I thought I'd use some of these up. I mean, you could leave them completely flat and not put anything else on at all, but I've got some of these blue butterflies hanging about. There is a bit of blue in it, so I just thought, well, I'm going to put a bit of blue on. I do quite like that just there. Do I want it up there? I don't know. Quite like that. It's going to have some antennae, and I better have, oh, have I got my pen out? Yes, I have got my pen just on the side. Let me just have a look. I've just got some little bits of lace. I've pulled some bits of lace out to the side just to see if there's anything I want. They're a bit thick for this. Oh, this is a nice one. I've just been cutting this down. So it's the middle of a big piece of lace, and I just liked that. Oh yeah, I think I might put a bit of that on there. Do I want it up there or do I want it there? I don't know really. I'm just going to get my little thing of bling out and see if I ought to try some bling in some of these. It's not something I'm very familiar with doing, so it's not something I do very often, but so I have it from my card making days. Let's get this glued down and then we'll see where we're going to go with this. So I don't want them to be too bulky, because I think it's going to be a very chunky journal anyway. I'm thinking, as I say, about giving this journal away as a prize for when I get to a figure. I'm very new to YouTube, as in doing YouTube videos, and so I'm not getting the views at the moment. I've got 50 lovely subscribers, which isn't very many, but everyone counts, and I'm just as proud as the 50 I've got. If I had, 50,000, I'm very, very pleased that somebody looks at my videos. But when I get to an amount, I'm going to do a giveaway when I get to 100, but it won't be this. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that there. So I would like you to leave me a suggestion at what you think is a reasonable amount for me to be aiming for to do this as a giveaway. I'll say I have got a giveaway when I get to 100. I should be doing a giveaway, and then I'm going to do this as my next giveaway. I get so excited when I see that somebody else has, joined and not particularly just, I'm not getting very many views at the moment. No, people just aren't seeing it at the minute. It's just not up there, and I'm not sure how to get it recognised, how to get it seen. And I'm just doing what I do because I love it. But you know, when I do get, hopefully, I'm being very optimistic, when I do get some more. Now, do I put my bling on there? I mean, I've obviously cut it down. I think I'm going to put my bling on there rather than on there, because that makes it too bulky. I'm going to put my bling in the middle of there, and I'm going to try this and see what this does. See if this will grab these. I honestly don't know. It's a test every time. I've left them long because I don't know how many you need. 3. I put the glue on before I'd cut them off. It's not very clever, is it? Sometimes I use 3, sometimes I use 4, depending on the size of the butterfly, and I hadn't checked it out. Oh yeah, quite like that. I think that's quite pretty. And it's not too bulky to be able to write on the back. Yep, I like that one. This one, I'm not sure I'm going to do anything else with this. It's been covered with the straw paper, and it already had that on because I put that on first for some reason. So I'm not sure I'm going to put anything else on. I was looking to put a bit more navy on to go with that, but I haven't found anything I want yet, so I haven't done any more. So I think I'm going to leave that one as it is. Oh, this was the one. Oh, let me just cover. Oh, let me put my lids on everything. If I can get that in. I'm just going to rub this down. This one was just a little bit bumpy, so I'm just going to give this one I have got a sanding block, would you believe, but it's not just in front of me, and my nail file was, so I used my nail file. There, that's a lot smoother, and it just takes off any bits that didn't get sort of stuck down. Yep, so let's have a look at that, what we're going to do with that one then. I still think I'm looking at just a bit of lace. I've got some of this. It's not a vintage lace, but I do like it. I don't want a great deal. Just thought I might put a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to put just a little bit down there. And I've got some of these other bling here that I like. I'm just looking to see what that would look like. I think I'm going to put that there in the middle of that flower. And I'm just going to cut this bit, take this little bit of odd end off, and then I'll do, right, let's move this bit out of the way and just have a little bit of that peeping out. I think I'm trying not to take too long over these because I need to get this this journal finished, because I've got another one in mind that I want to get on and get done. I've got a couple of, I've had a request for a wedding one. I've also been looking at making my daughter's wedding invitations, but obviously things have been put back because of COVID, and so they've now decided to leave it until 2023. That's not going to stick on there. Getting carried away. I'll put I don't know whether there just wasn't enough there, but it just sort of sucked up the glitter glue. I know I don't normally put that on anyway. I would normally put Fabri-Tac on, but I was just talking and got carried away. So I've been doing bits in the meantime, and then somebody else has asked me to do a wedding one, so I want to get on and get that done. And I might not do a start to finish, but that's my next big thing, is to look at doing a start to finish. Like that. Now, did I? No, I didn't stick that down. I just put it there. That needs, they have got sticky on them, but they do need more. For somebody who doesn't do bling, I have plenty, but as I say, I got it for my card making days, and I'd probably use one little bit like that, so obviously they take a long time to use. Yeah, so I quite like that one, because I mean there's a lot going on there. You don't need to do massive amounts of other things on them, so I quite like that. Let's have a look what else. Now this one, all I think I'm going to do with this one is still very thin because I've not put a backing on this one, so I think this needs a backing. I'm going to have to do it now, purely because if I don't, that's not going to go on there. I wanted to use some of this lovely lined paper. It's beautiful, this, but my lines would be the wrong way. I still like the effect of that though. I think I'm going to do that. So what I tend to do with these is use Yoo-hoo in the middle, right up to almost the edge, and get a good mount down, but don't go over the edge. Let's get it right up to the edge like that, and then use this art glitter glue or the Fabri-Tac, whichever, because it just gives a bit of a firmer grip, especially if you're selling them. I mean, if they're just for yourself, then it's up to you what you do, because obviously you do get through a lot of glue. But if if you are giving them away or selling, if I'm giving it away as a as a giveaway, then I want it to stick and stay. I haven't got a straight edge, so I'm not going to put this right to the edge. That's it, and then just really press those edges down so you get it where you want it. I'll come back to that in a minute. I'm just going to leave it a minute to dry. That's nicely down, and then I'll cut that out and finish that. Now this one here, I'm definitely going to just ink round these edges on this one. I've got a little bit of white going on here because this is on my eco dyed paper. Now this is thick, so I'm not backing this one, because this eco dyed paper that I used was mixed media paper, and so it is quite thick. Yeah, so I'm just going to put that there like that. And I'm going to put some trim on this one, I think. I'm just looking at this. Oh, I don't want all that, but I do like that. I don't know which way round this is going in my... I Don't know whether I'm putting it that way or that way. Decisions. I don't think it really matters whether it's upside down or not in the, whether it's like that or the other way. You know, if I put that in, that will be hidden, and you'll have that on the bottom of there sticking out. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm going to use 3 of these. I'm not going all the way along. Now this is going to be very difficult to glue down. Normally I would sew this because there's nothing really to glue it to. It's going to be very difficult to glue this onto there. So I'm not quite sure if I need to sew that. I'm going to try and glue it, but if I can't, if it just shows through, then I'm going to have to rub it off and sew it, because there's literally hardly anything for me to get any fabric tack on. I'm going to try and just go around these flowers and these leaves and this little bit here, but I mean it's very tiny to find somewhere to put it. It's very sheer, this one. Pretty though. Again, it's not a vintage one. See, at the moment places aren't open to where I would normally go to get my vintage stuff, so I've been relying on eBay. I've been looking for some vintage stuff. I've got some of that has come. A lot of it's, well, sort of like an off-white colour. Some of it will be perfect as it is, but some of it will need... I've made a mistake there, haven't I? I've done that. I've glued the whole lot. What am I thinking? Oh, and it's glued onto itself. What I've done there, because I'm looking for places to glue, I've glued all this that was going to be hanging off. Oh, dear me. I'm just trying to get it straight because I didn't have it straight. So I had to make it a bit different. That wasn't what I was expecting to do. I wanted it hanging off, but there you go. That'll still stick out and you'll still see that. That wasn't what I wanted, really. Never mind, these things, they don't always turn out exactly what you're thinking of doing. Especially when you're not concentrating. I'm just looking, that's not level at all. That little bit there is not level. Just looking at that thinking, goodness me, that's better. That's better. And as I say, it's just got the eco dye paper on the back. So that's that one. Then what am I left with? I'm left with some of these. Now I had some ideas for some of these. I wondered whether I wanted to put something else on this. And I've got this really weird shaped butterfly with like an edge cut off it, and it just lends itself to go in a, you know, that's how it was on the printout, and I thought, well, I don't know how I'm going to use that, but I won't throw anything away. And I just thought about it and I thought, do you know, I could put that in the corner against that blue just to bring a little bit of blue in. I still do like that green bit in there as well. Don't know why I want that green in. I've got the green obviously under there, which I'm covering and then putting another piece on. I think I'm just going to go with the blue butterfly on that. I do really like that. where have I just put my sponge here? So I'm just going to it's a real funny shape. I know my cutting isn't the best, but you know, it was a funny shape. I can't even remember where the printout was from, but it's very strange. Oh, I don't want, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my glue. So, oh, that's it. And I want to just get this right, because once I've put it down, it's not moving. So I'm trying to get it how I really want it before I push down. That's it. You don't get any second chances with this. Not once you've put it, once it's made contact. Right, so let's have some tonight. There we go. Oh, that's a bit, oh, sorry, I've just hit my head on the camera. So, and then, do I want some more lace? Have I got anything that I like? This is very big and very white. But I do, oh, I might cut a little bit of this edge off. Have I got anything any smaller here? Let me have a look. Oh, what's that one? Could cut a bit off this one. No, I think that's too big even if I cut. No, I don't like that one. Let me have a look what I've got. Oh, this is one that's already cut down. Let me see if I can use a little bit of this. Just to put, whoops, put on that edge. And I like the way it just goes over there as well a little bit. Because this one would probably go in this way rather than in sideways, but having said that, it might go in sideways, so oh dear. No, I think I'm going to go across that top. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to do that, I think. It's getting sticky, this again. That is the right side. That bit I want over the top. Like that. Oh, like that. Let's get something just to get the excess off. Again, you could sew that down if you wanted to sew it down. Right, so my choices are butterfly or there. And I'm going to go there on this one. I was going to leave some of this hanging, but I don't think I am. I'm going to cut it off That'll go somewhere else, and I'm going to put that there. Oh, look at the end of my glue. No wonder nothing's coming out, or it's coming out in a big lump. Psst, psst, psst. There you go. What I did just forget to do, probably just a little bit more, just to do the edges. Clever to do it afterwards. There you go. That's really pretty. I like that. So that's that one. And then just before this goes off, because I think it's going to go off very shortly, these are the little bits that I'm going to use on some of the pages as embellishments. And there's a couple that I've got ready that I'm going to put a butterfly on as well. This one was the one I just put a bit of the decoupage of the paper, the flower, and then I went back in with a little bit of that newspaper one, and I think I'm just going to put a butterfly on there. Actually, am I going to put butterfly on there? I'm going to leave it as it is. No, I think I'm going to leave that one as it is. I'm going to leave that one as it is. I like that. That butterfly was already on, so I'm going to leave that as it is. It just wants inking around the edge. That one I did afterwards, and I've just put some of the newspaper one on there. And that one, it had a rose on it, but I've just put another rose over the top of that one. And I've just got some butterflies here. I don't know whether any of them need butterflies. No, I don't want butterfly in any of them. I thought this one has got a butterfly in the background, and I'm just wondering whether to put another butterfly over the top. Yeah, I think I like that if I ink that up. That little one I probably won't use. Let's just get this inked up. A little bit of white still sticking out on this that I don't want on. Let's just get that little, oh, these are very thin, they're a bit hard to, let's get that little bit off. Might be easier to ink then if I've, oh, fiddly. I think these were a freebie, and I honestly can't remember which one of the lovely ladies gave this one as a freebie. I really can't remember. I'd have to have a look. This is curled up, so it's a bit hard to see where I want it. Want it that way on. The butterfly on there looks lovely, but it's not showing up as much as if I put one over the top, so I think I'm going to just put that over the top. And then this just wants inking all the way around. Let's just ink this so we can see what effect. And this I'm going to just, my idea is to glue them down on the page, either as somewhere to just slip something in as a little tuck, or, you know, glue them flat to the page just as some interest. I just wanted to use some of these up, and I just thought they were quite nice to use in that way. And I was having so much fun doing the decoupage yesterday. I just needed to find more to do it on with things that I'd got out. So there we go. Pen. And then I get me head in the way. Oh, that one's because I didn't get my head far enough in the way. That's it, that'll be fine. Yep, so that's it for now. I shall be coming back to you shortly when these have dried a bit. I should be doing another video and putting them in the journal. So I'll be back to you soon. So bye for now. Keep safe and I'll see you soon.